Education applied correctly is beneficial. Misapplied, it can limit our ability to gain spiritual knowledge.
I don't know how to say it, but I mean, because education is a good thing, right? You have a degree, I have a degree, we have a lot of family and friends. We don't say that that's bad, but we do say it does have certain weaknesses if you aren't careful, right? And always to remember that the more you learn, the more you should realize very little you know, right? And how quote unquote facts many times aren't really facts. That's just people's assumptions. So yeah, I thought it was kind of interesting that he kind of mocks him. But then you look at Alex O'Connor, he first seemed a little surprised, but then he's kind of like, oh, okay. Looks like I have to defend why I'm saying what I'm saying. So quick here. Hey, Kingpin, Malo,
Hey,
welcome,
Malo,
welcome.
Kingpin.
Just a religious discussion
Topic.
today at the Kava session. Kingpin, Malo. But yeah, let's jump back into it.
Thing is that sort of often not. I don't even know if they really like to consider themselves Christians as such. I think there's some really. I've been learning a lot about Mormonism. Do you know, by the way, who the first ever U.S. presidential candidate to be assassinated was?
He was a Mormon.
It was Joseph Smith.
Whoa. Oh, he was a candidate? Joseph Smith was running for the.
Yeah,
That's
he ran for
interesting.
president.
Wow.
There's a lot of really interesting stuff about.
What do you feel about Dan McClellan's Mormonism?
Well, I don't know much about it because he doesn't seem to speak very publicly about it. I quite admire the way.
I have no idea.
So Dan McClellan earlier, and I listened to this the episodes in earlier parts. He's like a historical Christian academic, right? And he's one of the guys that talks through like, oh, he thinks the Isaiah scroll is, I mean, it's in the 90%, right? There's the debate is between 93 to 99% accurate between the Dead Sea Scrolls and the Isaiah that we have today. And this Dan McClellan is an LDS guy.
Okay.
And so that's why he's asking him, and I didn't know that until he brought it up. Okay. But then it makes sense to me why he kept putting down Dan McClellan earlier by saying, oh, he's not really, that's not his specialty. And I was like, now that I heard that, I was like, oh, maybe you just don't like it because he's LDS.
Gotcha.
But yeah, so that's who Dan McClellan's.